Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 2 here at Newcastle. We are out of the transfer window now. It's September the 1st. We've newly promoted West Bromwich Albion away from home to start us off, followed by Manchester United at home. Man United are a side that haven't started the season well, finding themselves 17th. Still though, 2 points better off than City rivals City, who are bottom, having lost all 4 opening games of the year. Don't know how that's happened. One thing I missed out at the end of the last episode was the biggest deals of the last window, so we'll run through those quickly for you now. We saw the biggest 3, which were Dele Alli, Luka Modric and Danilo Pereira, of course, all involving Tottenham. Mesut Ozil went to Bayern Munich for 40.8 million. One big move for Gomez from Leverkusen for 38.1. Dani Ceballos has gone to AC Milan for 37.4. City selling left-back Mendy to Inter might be part of the reason for their current initial short-term downfall. Thomas Meunier has gone to Arsenal. PSG clearly spending and selling as well, with Alejandro Grimaldo going in for 35.2. Josef Martinez going to Dortmund for 34.6. Always a popular career mode option. Many Benatia going back to Germany to play for Ep6 Bayern München. £33.7 million. Pavard to Lyon for 28.5. And Didi, I did wonder where he'd gone. It's Schalke for 27.8 million. David Neres, a player we signed at Tottenham, very, very good, 27.5 million pounds. Kolasinac has gone back to Schalke. And Schalke have been involved in a number of transfers. Ben Taleb, a player that we showed some interest in this window. Well, the window just passed. Julian Weigl has gone to Arsenal, as we saw. Will be a direct run for us. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Valencia for 21.5. A surprising move to an unpredictable team. I wouldn't have said Trent Alexander-Arnold would have gone somewhere like Valencia. Baba Diawara has gone to Leicester for 19.5. Perhaps their Ndidi replacement. Sidibe is a player we were also interested in, perhaps, in the previous window. He's gone to Leipzig. Valencia strengthening on both sides of their defensive back line, with Kieran Tierney going from Celtic. Zakaria, of course, came to us. Pato back to Italy, to Lazio this time around. Any other interesting ones there? Let's have a quick look. Matías Chilio to Leicester. Sandro to Galatasaray. Kennedy was us. Castle to Real Sociedad. Unexpected. Danilo to Napoli. Fernandinho to Everton. City really are gutting the team, and as far as we can make out from the big signings, they haven't made a single large signing so far this season. So big names going out and not being replaced. Parts of the puzzle as to why they are where they are in the league. We are 14th, but we could go significantly higher with a win here against West Brom. So that, of course, is the main aim. And we'll see what happens against Manchester United. Drop the video a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll go and play. West Brom's starting lineup. Johnston in goal. 5 at the back. Powell, Bartley, Hegazi, Dawson and Nyom. A couple names there surviving their Premier League disappearance and reappearance. Vader and Chris Brunt. Wes Houlihan at cam, with Martinez and Huang Hee-chan up top. 5 at the back, very defensive, especially considering they're at home here, West Brom. I'd like to win this. So far, we've lost to the weaker sides we've played and beaten the better side that we played in Tottenham. So I've no idea what's going to happen in this one, but I'd like 3 points. Into Martinez. Good block by Lascelles. Knocked him off his feet, but doing his defensive duty. Chris Brunt, who has a very good left foot, will deliver the ball, and it's a decent delivery as well. Kennedy flicks away. Thankfully, man on the edge of the area misses his touch. Kyle Bartley turns away from attacker. That's probably a foul, actually, and not the area. You want to give Chris Brunt a free kick. Thankfully, he's played on and won't try and take advantage of that set-piece position, which he really should have done, because Chris Brunt could score quite comfortably with a free kick from that area. Maximilian Philip, though, on the counter now. Ozzy's my obvious option, so we will use him. Dawson inside. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is arriving here. Could be a very dangerous counter-attack. Leads to a good goal-scoring opportunity. Oof, good save by Johnston. Well struck by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We have seen him score goals from outside the area so far this season. Wagner's up. Oh, and Nyom off the line. Zakaria. It was Wan-Bissaka back down to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That one tamely into the keeper's hands. Chances at both ends. No goals after 13 minutes. Their keeper, though. making a very good stop. Gone over the top. Chilwell can't get there. Powell flips that. Wagner can't get it away properly, but we have now cleared it. Salvio out to Loftus-Cheek. The kind of rotated positionally for the time being. Wan-Bissaka into Ayoze. Through that gap to Zakaria. Drive forward. It's a good move. A really good move. Salvio! Challenge him, challenge him, challenge him. Make him punch. Good. Zakaria, get it under control. Oh, it took an age to drop for him. Ayoze, oh, it's a nice turn. Ayoze Perez blocked again, this time by the Egyptian Hegazi. It will be another corner for us here. Really putting the pressure on West Bromwich Albion. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek could be underneath this. The keeper hasn't cleared it properly. Kennedy will get to it first. Pull it back to Zakaria. He's only got like 57 finishing. That one was decently struck though, but Johnston again able to hold on. Hegazi over the top. Powell in behind. Onside as well. Martinez still. Whoa, where's Houlihan? Nicely hit that hard. Dink that out there. Or go where it was supposed to. It was supposed to go straight to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and it very much didn't. Thankfully, it hasn't cost us possession or the attacking move. Get this out to Chilwell. I'm going to drive inside to try and draw Powell narrow, which has worked well. And Kennedy will have someone arriving at the back post. Oh, Johnson does just enough. Ayoze Perez will get to that ahead of the defender. It's Wes Houlihan, in fact, dropping back from Cam. And he can't keep the ball in play. We shall try from the throw-in to create again. See Zakaria in the middle. Get it quickly to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Nice spin move. Oh, good save by Johnston again. How many times has their keeper kept them in this already, West Bromwich Albion? They are under the cosh in this first half. Can barely get out of their own area. And Ayoze Perez is back in the area. And Johnston again saves the day. To be fair, the shot came from just outside, but still the point remains. They are pinned in. Wagner with a header again, this time over the bar rather than cleared off the line. Zakaria across to Chilwell. Go through the middle there actually to Philip, then to Kennedy. Philip could go again, and he's in a good position here. Maximilian Philip, that's decent. Oh, it's very unlucky. It's the closest we've come to a goal so far, other than the saves. And Philip will try again, but this time too much power on it. Time and time and time again, we've created opportunities in this game, and we cannot seem to score. Thankfully, there's still another 45 minutes to be played after this first half. So if we can just continue with this level of performance, surely we will eventually go in front.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Eduardo
Salvio. That's a Wan-Bissaka. This side to Salvio again. Forward to Maximilian Philip. Salvio still going. Oh, it's a lovely ball through to him. Salvio goal! We scored just after 3 minutes against Coventry in the last episode in the second half. We've done the same here to West Brom. It's a great run by Eduardo Salvio. Just had to wait for him to get into the position to play it to him. Good footwork from Maximilian Philip, to be fair. It's a striking finish on his left foot into the top corner. Sam Johnston has been very good in goal so far this game, but it just isn't going to get anywhere near that. Great goal. Finally, we're in front. Varda, Brunt, through to Houlihan, nice block. Oh, and Zakaria gets back just in time. That might well have been an equaliser immediately there if that had dropped free for them kindly. Loftus-Cheek will get this out to Wan-Bissaka. You can see their backline just stood there in front of me ominously, waiting to be broken down, but Alan Young cuts that out and they won't be broken down. Varda forward to Martinez. Out to Powell. Martinez to Powell again. Nice ball, but the Cell will get there ahead of Wes Houlihan, who's tired. We can get a victory here. It would fire us at least closer to the top half, if not into it, before the game against Manchester United. And a win here will certainly keep us above Man United before we play them. They're on 2 points after 3 games. We are on 3. So if we can see this victory out, we'll be above them as we head into the game at St James's. But they've been very good against us in the past, Manchester United, and you would expect them to be so again. So it's games like this against West Bromwich Albion where you would very much expect and hope to be getting all 3 points. And we thought that against Brighton and Fulham, and it didn't turn out to be. And Varda hits the side netting as West Bromwich Albion tried to deny us 3 points in this one as well. That was always off target. Wan Hee-chan out wide to Powell, quickly down the line to Hal Robson-Kanu. Powell's cross is blocked. Jake Livermore, Powell again, back to Livermore again, picked off by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now can we make them pay for that mistake? There's not much of an opportunity for a counter here. Ruben Loftus-Cheek struggling for stamina. In there to Iosi though. Forwards to Maximilian Philip. We'll go back here to Salvio. Kennedy again, always in space, always available, always deadly. 2-0 Newcastle. That's why we brought him back again. He might not be 85, 86 rated, Kennedy, but he's still superb. It's the positional sense. Last season and so far this season, how many times is he free on that left-hand side? He just drifts away from the defender, and then his left foot is so good that he will score the majority of the time. 2-0 Newcastle, game over. Sorry, West Brom, you're going home with nothing. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Down the line to Eduardo Salvio. Could finish him off with a third in quick succession in stoppage time. Not to be, though, because it's intercepted, but as the ball comes out, the referee will blow his final whistle. Back-to-back wins in the Premier League. Tottenham and then West Brom, both away from home, actually, as well, which is very pleasing. And we certainly deserve the win from that one. Man United win 3-1 against Fulham, so they too will rise up the table with us as we play on match day 4 of the Premier League. But will we be into the top half? I'm not sure. I'd like to think so. And indeed we are. Just. We are 10th on 6 points. 2 wins, 2 defeats. 5 goals scored, 5 goals conceded. The same for Man United, but they've drawn 2 and won and lost 1. Rather than just 2 and 2. They've had at least one of every kind of result so far this season. They sit behind us in 11th place. We are 2 points away from the top 4. Bournemouth lead the way after 4 games. That's intriguing. Transfer offer for Watts. I'll accept. We'll see if he goes this time. He can play anywhere through the middle. Centre back, centre mid, or striker. Right, up next for us after an international. Is it after an international break? It is, isn't it? I believe. We'll eventually be able to check the calendar and do the right thing with the controller. After an international break, Manchester United at home. Watts has been sold to AC Horsens for £300,000. That will go through in the next window. And Muto confirmed as leaving us to go to Real Betis for £13.5 million, £10 million of which will be added to my transfer budget at the time. So at the minute, it stands at £22.88 million, but that will rise to over 33 million by the time we get to the January transfer window. Zakaria is unavailable at present because he's on international duty. I have now set up some presets. I've got one for my wingers, my centre mids, and for my defenders as well. I most recently did the wingers, so we shall do the centre mids. Mendoza goes up 1 immediately, which is good news. And we shall hopefully be able to grow a number of players now at a decent rate by doing these presets on a continued basis. Up next for us, though, with regards our attention, Toby Mitchell wants to play against Manchester United. That's a big game to ask to play in, mate, to be completely honest. A very big game to ask to play in. You are good, and you're getting there, but I'm not sure you're quite good enough to face Man United from the starting spot. I might bring him off the bench just to keep him happy with like 5 minutes to go, but I think I'm going to need to be at full strength for Man United, don't you? David De Gea in goal for Manchester United. Fosu Mensah, Bailly, Rocco and Shaw at the back. Questionable backline. Fred, Matic and Pogba. Strong midfield. Lingard, Lukaku, Rashford. Strong front 3. On the bench, Vardy, Fellaini, Jones, Martial, Sanchez, Rodriguez. Strong bench. Strong starting lineup. Strong Manchester United. Good header by Wagner. Was always going to win that against... Actually, to be fair, it was Lukaku who was battling against, so... I had some trouble. Salvio will get that in there quickly to Philip, who will look to get it back to Salvio. And Luke Shaw's quick, but he's not quick enough to deal with Salvio. De Gea's done well enough there, but Kennedy... Oh, wow, that's very David De Gea, isn't it? Tips it away, and then is there again positionally to make the save at the near post. Kennedy could have gotten it closer to the post, for sure. But with the defender flying at him, he's done well just to get it on target there. Win that header. We haven't. Well, let me change to Kennedy, so Ben Chilwell's going to have to sprint at it. Here is Kennedy, under control, around the corner. Decent delivery, goal for Newcastle. What a delivery from Kennedy. Great header by Eduardo Salvio at the back post, but that is all about the cross. Bent his left foot around it, stands it up. Luke Shaw, no chance. Eduardo Salvio has another. It's 1-0 Newcastle at home against United. Oh, given away. Zakaria intercepts. Philip, back to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I'm going to rifle this out to Salvio. Quickly get it round the corner looking for Iosi. Ooh, it's not the most convincing defending from Manchester United again. Iose cross blocked. Corner after 20 minutes. Salvio to deliver. In it comes. Oof, Ruben Loftus-Cheek nearly underneath that. Zakaria could get to that ahead of Marcus Rashford, but hasn't. Yeah, must Limon get it back? No, evidently not. Trying my best to defend from the front, from the set piece. At least we stopped them from countering on us, and they may well have just opened themselves up to another world of trouble. Good interception by Matic, but it dropped to Iose. Get it through here to Kennedy. Oh, wow. It should go down as an own goal, because the shot from Kennedy on his right foot was going so far wide. But he's in the form of his life right now, Kennedy. He's absolutely superb. So glad we decided to sign him permanently after a good season last year. But it's going to be an own goal off Eric Bailly. That was going a long way wide. A long way wide. Oh, so far wide. That would have been close to the corner flag, I think. Off the defender, through the keeper's legs. We lead by 2 against Manchester United. Rashford trying to get it off him. That's it to Pogba. Lukaku. Out to Jesse Lingard. Josie Mensah inside to Lingard. Oh, to Lukaku, but cleared away. Man United haven't had the best of starts to the season, have they? In this save for season 2. So it's not necessarily too surprising that we're having a decent game against them here, because they're not in the best of form. There's only 20 minutes to go in this second half, and they haven't really threatened me, nor have I threatened to really extend my lead. So whilst it remains 2-0, there is still the opportunity of them getting themselves back into the game. But if we could defend as well as we have done here and throughout the majority of the game to this point, if the referee could get out of the way as well, it would help, then we do stand a good opportunity of getting 3 points here. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek is going to keep that run going, and we will find him and then find Maximilian Philip, who buries us 3-0 up with the ball into the back of the net. Newcastle 3, Manchester United 0. All 3 points coming our way for sure now. It's been a while since Newcastle have managed to hold on to a lead like this against Manchester United. As we mentioned earlier, went 2-0 up against them in real life, but ended up losing by 3 goals to 2. We certainly won't be losing this one today. Newcastle 3, an out of form, out of shape Manchester United 0. There's Perez into Loftus-Cheek. Short there to Zakaria. Turns well. Back to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Out wide to Salvio. Down the line there to Wan-Bissaka. Whip the ball in. It's blocked well by Nemanja Matic. Turns on it well. Inside to Rocco. Luke Shaw. Try and get there but can't. Shaw inside to Pogba. Fred. Matic. Forward to Lukaku. Good ball out wide to Marcus Rashford. Are they going to do something now? Or Lukaku with a diving header, but we're able to clear it away. This is the sort of performance that we've been promising all season long. We are in good form at the minute. After losing 2, this will be 3 straight wins in the Premier League. We just made it into the top half with the victory against West Brom. Hopefully, we will go flying up towards the European spots with this victory against Manchester United. 60 seconds left in the game. We'll just nod this home. Defended very well. Let the clock tick down, I guess. Only 2 minutes added on. There's not long left in it. Not sure about that first touch. Man United are going to be suffering defeat here. And how long can Jose Mourinho keep this run up with Manchester United? 1 win, 2 draws, 2 defeats for them in the league now so far this season. Both Manchester clubs in trouble. They didn't have a single chance on goal all game. Not one. Spurs 4, West Brom 1. It's a massive result for Spurs. We are up to 6th. Despite losing to me, Tottenham is still 2nd. And Bournemouth still leading the way at the top of the table, unbeaten. Bournemouth, Wolves and Leicester, the only unbeaten sides so far this season. City got a point in their last game. A point against Arsenal, to be fair. It's not the easiest of games, but Manchester City still rock bottom. And Manchester United 14th after defeat to me. Are both Manchester clubs in trouble this season? I'm not sure. Let's go and have a squad report then and round out the episode. Dwight Gale's not necessarily... Oh, I said I was going to bring Mitchell on, didn't I? And I completely forgot. Sorry, mate. Training presets. Done the centre mids, done the wingers. Up next is the defenders. Simulate drill. Guerrero up another one. It's good news. Hopefully we can get him to become a decent centre-back between now and the end of the season over the course of a few weeks. The next game, actually, is Leicester. So we've got Leicester, Ipswich in the Cup, where the youngsters will get another run-out, and Derby in tomorrow's episode. But right now, let's jump into a squad report and see who's growing so far this season. Again, Dubravka grows. He did so last year, which surprised us, considering his age and FIFA being FIFA. But he's doing it again. His handling's up 1 to 81, and he's continuing to grow. I am shocked, but he's been good for me. He's been very good for me. Freddie Woodman, no growth from him. We trained him up to 78 rated last season. He's still only 22, though, so there's plenty of time for him. Wan-Bissaka up 1 to 75. Acceleration up 1 to 90. He is being trained now in the defenders training preset, along with the other centre-backs, Wagner and Guerrero. And I'm trying to train his technical stats away from his tackling. His tackling is already good enough. I want to train his ball control, his crossing, things like that, so that he can become a better all-round right back, because he's already good physically and decent in the tackle. But DeAndre Yedlin is also already good technically and physically. 78 rated, 26 years of age now, but it's not anything he can do about his one weakness, his lack of height, and that's why he brought in 6 foot Wan-Bissaka. Fabian Schär up 1 this year despite not playing for me yet. Pleased to see him continue to grow. Watts we're trying to sell and have sold. He will leave us. Guerrero up 3 to 67. 4-star weak foot still on him. His physicals look great already. Be nice if his balance was a little bit higher and his mentals were better. But 82 jumping, 79 stamina, 83 strength, 68 acceleration, 72 sprint speed. They're already good stats for a centre-back. We just need to train his technicals, and then, which is what we're doing. And then hopefully he'll become an extremely good centre-back for us to perhaps partner Wagner later in the save. Diego Reyes, 78 rated, growing a little bit, which is nice. Our free signing this year, although he's seen his first team spot that we initially signed him for, gone to Christopher Wagner, who's playing very well. Made that one mistake against Tottenham, but has fought back brilliantly form-wise, and he too is looking good. Centre-back CDM as well, actually, surprisingly, even though his passing, 71 short passing is not that bad, actually. Could utilise him further up the field and then maybe bring Reyes on for a centre-back position. Jamal Lascelles, still my highest-rated centre-back and my go-to centre-back for the starting lineup, growing nicely as well still this year, up nothing overall, but up individual stat-wise, still 80 rated. At left-back, Philip Maxis in his first-team spot, go to Ben Chilwell. Max did, however, get an assist for John Joe Shelby against Coventry in the Cup. Chilwell up 1 to 79. Physicals growing nicely, which is what we need. The young 22-year-old. And technicals growing nicely as well. Good. It's what we need to see from Ben Chilwell. Toby Mitchell is up 3 to 68 rated. Our 5-star, high potential youngster. Physicals growing. Mentals growing. Technicals growing. Positive. Modiame. I can't sell him, and he's declining in stats. Go away, please. Dennis Zakaria, up 1 to 80 since we brought him in. Only 20 years of age still. Growing physically, growing mentally, growing technically. Been really solid for me so far. A definite improvement to our starting lineup. John Joe Shelby has played well whenever he's played. He was on the score sheet again in yesterday's episode, and he had a good pre-season too. Luis Mendoza up 2 to 64. He too is going to be one of our higher rated youngsters in a couple of seasons. 64 rated and look like he could grow really well indeed. Ruben Loftus-Cheek up to 81 now. Up 1 this season. Stamina's up 2, interceptions up 1, but crucially he's technically growing really nicely. Long passing growing as well, which is good. Means he can spray the ball out wide with more rangy passes from deeper. Can become perhaps a deep playmaker rather than just an all-round central midfielder. But he's been scoring goals as well and causing keepers all sorts of problems all season. Sergio Vega up 3. 4-star skills for him. Jumping up 1, vision up 8. Not really too much growth physically, which I'd like to see between now and the end of the season. But technically he's growing well. Of course, we're training his technicals, so you would expect them to grow well. Zimmerman's up 1 out on loan. Growing nicely, so good to see that. Kennedy up 1 to 79. 2 goals and 1 assist in 5 games. Both goals coming in today's game. Today's episode, actually, for Kennedy. Dribbling +2, long passing +2, penalties and long shots up 1. I love Kennedy. He's just brilliant. Wilson up 1 at 65 rated, but seeing first team spots at a premium. 5-star weak foot for Jan Roth, actually. Technically, he's growing as we train him. Physically, he could do with a little bit of improvement, as could a number of the youngsters, but acceleration and sprint speed working for Timo Kuhn here, and technically he's growing quite nicely as well, although still only 59 rated at 18 years of age. Ozzy Perez, 79 rated, a little bit of growth, nothing overall, but finishing up 2 to 84, has seen him score 2 goals so far in the Premier League. Albert Blurb up 1 to 61, not growing physically, but maybe that will come in time. Technically, he's growing a little bit with the training that we're doing. Eduardo Salvio, he's been very good. 4 goals and 5 assists in all comps. 2 and 2 in 5 in the Premier League. He's been a great addition. A brilliant addition. Down 3 with agility, unfortunately, at 29 years of age. I don't know why, because his performance has been outstanding. Lennart Schmitz, out on loan, is doing nothing. Maximilian Philip, up 1 to 81. Sprint speed up 2, which comes in handy. Headings up 1 to 57. He has been known to score a few headers for us, actually. 1 goal, 1 assist in 5 games so far. Had a decent pre-season. Would like to see some more goals out of him, though, between now and the end of the season. Dwight Gale, 75 rated. Not really growing, not really doing anything. 1 goal in the Carabao Cup, though, against Coventry. Yannick Toure growing a little bit, but not much. And Muto will be leaving us now, as we know. And he's growing a little bit, but hasn't yet played for me at all this season. I just didn't really click with him. See how the youngsters are growing, just quickly. The Youth Academy, Elliot Phillips, 59 rated. I am training him a little bit, but not too much, so I don't want to stunt his growth too much. Declan Jackson, we could train him as well, actually, in a centre mid role. 86 to 94, his potential. In fact, I think I will add him into the centre mid training preset. But that will have to wait until the next episode, because currently I can't adjust my training. So up next for us is Leicester City on the Saturday. They currently sit 8th with a game in hand on us, actually. So by the time it stops advancing, they may well have overtaken us. No, they must have lost, because they've dropped. Arsenal up to 8th. Leicester did lose, and they're down to 9th. So we will stay 6th. A point outside the Europa League spots that we need to finish in. And a point outside the top 4, in fact. Long way to go. But after a very disappointing start against Brighton and Fulham, things have certainly turned a corner, like Newcastle in real life. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any further content, and I'll see you next time.